I raced after the dog, screaming, "Move your dog, move your dog."
My dog did not bite any human being. It just proves that Penny is either not in the right state of mind or a compulsive liar.
Little dog, go too. I know. Take, help, help. No, never.
That's completely unreasonable.
If you want to fight, I can get you boxing gloves, but we're not here for that. My first case ever with worms.
Come here, Sophie. Get him, Rusty.
Can I say something?
No. If she hadn't had an oral agreement, how do you do? I know you've all been sworn. I have read your complaint, ma'am. You claim that your dog was killed by the defendant's dog?
It was not my dog. A dog was killed. It was not my dog. This comprises two incidences, a dog that was killed and the dog attacking and biting me. I'm suing just for the dog bite.
Where did the dog bite you? In what part of your body?
On the right arm, directly at the elbow.
Is there anything that's... Pardon me?
This is the first time I'm hearing about the bite, actually. I came here defending my dog because the incident did occur, but it was strictly between the poodle and the German Shepherd. My dog did not bite any human being at
You'll get your chance to say so, sir.
I'm sorry.
I want to start with her. Is there anything visible on your elbow at the present time?
There is a scar that's about 3/4 inch long.
Can I see it, please? You want to look at it also at the same time, sir?
That's okay. I've seen the pictures of it. It was presented to me just a couple of minutes ago.
If I can get this up here, it's a little. It's right on the apex of the elbow that goes down. It's kind of a jagged scar.
Okay. You said you had pictures of it too.
Yes, I do.
When were they taken?
These were taken immediately after the incident.
When was the date of the incident?
The date was February 3rd, 1998.
My dog is very well behaved. He did go through the obedience class, and I have the paperwork. And I also have a letter from the groomer. He's been attending for the last 2 years, and I also brought a video showing that the behavior of my dog.
Well, we'll look at the video.
Oh, I'd like to respond to that as well, sir.
As soon as I look at the video.
I was just calling some of the commands. He was just healing. See, there's distractions, but he won't move because he was not given a command to move yet.
How long have you had the dog?
6 years since he was a puppy. In one of the letters, she had mentioned that she approached me and said, you should take your dog to the obedience class, and in which responded that I did not want to do that. However, this is a total lie because I would never respond the way I have gone through the obedience class. It just proves that Penny is either not in the right state of mind or a compulsive liar.
I think you can read the affidavit for yourself, Your Honor, in which case that would be true, that he wished his dog obeyed as well as the poodle had, but he didn't have the time to take it to obedience training. First of all, I can't even tell if that's the same shepherd. It doesn't really look like it. And I've never seen Leon Oransky ever once walk his dog.
I want to get into where did this happen?
The attack took place in the driveway outside of the unit of the townhouse I live in Northridge. I had 2 dogs on a leash. The dog that was killed was wearing this leash and this collar. I started out to the driveway. Both dogs were on the leash. The white dog did jerk the leash away, and when I ran after her, the dog was being walked by a woman that Leon Oransky has held out to be his aunt. I raced after the dog, screaming, "Move your dog, move your dog." I got a hold of this leash and was pulling the dog back and screaming at her, "Move your dog, move your dog." She just stood there.
You were not there, Mr. Orlansky?
No, I wasn't. But
where is the lady who supposedly
Well, actually, that's what I wanted to say. First of all, I'm seriously questioning mental stability of this woman. Because
mental stability?
Yes, indeed. And I'll tell you why in a second. The person who was walking the dog is my dad. May I ask you, does my dad look like a woman in any way?
Were you walking the dog?
Yes.
Okay, my dad does not speak English very well. He understands, but I'll be happy to interpret.
Your Honor, may I respond to that?
Yes.
I've never I remember that night in every detail. I can tell you what his aunt was wearing. I have never noticed his father
my aunt-
dress up.
I asked you please not to interrupt, sir.
I have never noticed that his father dressed up in a dark pink, dusty rose sweatsuit, wearing makeup, wearing women's jewelry, wearing a woman's wig to walk the dog. His aunt was out there. I memorialized this incident to the animal regulation on February 10th, and in no space or at any point in time
let me see
do I ever say anything other than his aunt was walking the dog.
You have an aunt?
Yes, I do have an aunt.
Does she live with you?
Yes, she does.
Where is she today?
She is at work. On that day...
Did you know that the plaintiff claimed that...
Yes, I did.
She was...
And it was very
excuse
funny.
me, sir. You've got to let me finish the question.
I apologize.
If I don't finish the question, I don't know if the answer will be consistent with that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that the assertion was being made by the plaintiff that your aunt was walking the dog?
After she filed a complaint, I received a call from the animal regulation, and they read me parts of this letter. And I
Is your answer yes or no to my
Yes.
question?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Why didn't you bring her here?
Because she was not involved in the incident. And plus,
But I wanted, the point is that it would be well if she were to tell me that, rather than you telling me that.
Well, my dad was there, so I felt he was a sufficient enough witness.
Were you there, sir? What is the language?
Russian.
Russian?
Yes.
Russian.
Окей. Я вышел с собакой гулять.
Yeah, he was walking the dog at that day.
Когда
What
случилось...
time of day was it?
Вот.
It was когда это было? It was in the evening. It
Is
was
that
in
what
the
he
time
said?
that Penny, yes.
Is that what he said?
Когда это было?
Вот. Ну, 9, maybe 9:30 p.m.
9:30, maybe 9:30 p.m.?
9 or 9:30.
His father was not present,
Okay.
nor was Leon Aransky.
What kind of suit did you say she had? A pink?
She had on a dark, dusty pink sweatsuit, pants and
respond to that?
top.
Does she own a dark, dusty pink sweatsuit?
I'm not sure. But can I respond to that?
How long has she been living with you?
A couple of years, about 3-4 years.
Does she walk the dog at any time?
Not usually in the evening.
Does she walk the dog at any time, sir?
Rarely. Yes.
Pardon?
Yes, rarely. Can I add something to that, Your Honor?
Yes.
After this whole incident had occurred, my aunt, she felt really bad about what had occurred, and she offered Penny to go to the vet hospital with her. This was the very first time she saw Penny on that day.
The problem with your interpreting for your dad is that you have a bias, you have an interest in this case.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have an independent interpreter.
Well, he understands some English, so...
You understand some English, sir?
Yes, little.
Tell me what happened that night, in your own words.
Okay, I walk with my dog. When this two dog, she's woman have two dog. One dog she take for this, another little dog. I take for, как это называется, вот этот ремень?
Leash.
Leash. I take my dog this and put this little dog. He says, help, help. This woman stay. You look. My dog, I taken parking for car. Little dog go too. I know. Take, help. No, never.
You said that the dog had pulled the leash from your hands. Can you lift that
Well,
leash, please?
first I'd like to respond to what
My dog
said.
never.
Answer his question.
Okay, the dog did pull this leash out of my
Can
hand.
you lift that up, please?
But
That's-
this I had chased her down and had a hold of this leash.
And how heavy is that dog? The 8-pound poodle or 9-pound poodle? You're saying you were not able to hold the leash pulled by 8-pound poodle? I didn't think so.
Did you see a doctor?
Yes, I did. I have medical reports here.
All right, let me see the medical reports.
First medical report and the second. I have, the dog did not have a rabies shot.
How do you break down this $4,000?
When I saw the doctor to get a tetanus shot and the fact that this did...
Ma'am, I only want to know about money.
All right.
Money. How much did you pay for the doctor?
I did not pay for the doctor. This goes to I have an HMO that covered this. This dog, when he bit me, hit, and I won't try to use a medical term here, a sac inside the elbow. And it's been inflamed ever since then. I've been on medication, anti-inflammatory medication for a while. The recent visit that I had...
Is the $4,000 for pain and suffering?
Mental distress and pain and suffering, plus now as the recent medical form will show you, they have ordered physical therapy.
How much is for pain and suffering?
I would say at least $2,000. I moved from that townhouse unit. The final straw was the dog, killing the poodle. I was afraid mine would be killed as well.
Take a short recess. I'll come back and give you my decision.
I found him the first street I turned down. I saw the dogs, I called them into the van.
And the dog jumped up behind the cat, grabbed it by its butt, pulled it down, and the other dog, there were two of them, grabbed it by its neck, and they started playing tug of war with this cat.
I wanted my cat.
Remain seated and come in order. This court is again in session.
First question we have to answer is whether the defendant was negligent because his dog bit the plaintiff. The claim is that there was no dog bite at all, of course, by the defendant, and also that his father was walking the dog and not his aunt. We have the father testifying, but doesn't speak very good English. To allow, to allow the defendant to interpret for him is not fair. The plaintiff wrote a letter to the Department of Animal Regulation, and it mentions, the way I read it, maybe 8 to 10 times. Now, why she would say that a woman was walking the dog on February, in which the letter was written on February 10th, doesn't make any sense. What difference does it make who was walking the dog? And so for her to say that it was the aunt, now you say it's the father, but seems to me it was the aunt who was walking the dog. We have a case here of a dog bite, and the owner of a dog that bites someone is liable, period. The only way that the owner can get out of it is if the shows that the plaintiff did something to help cause that to happen. In this case, the plaintiff's dog was on a leash. The defendant's dog was on a leash. But the plaintiff allowed her dog to get off the leash. The purpose of the leash law is for the person holding the leash to control the dog. Failure to do that is a violation of that leash law. And therefore, the dog getting off the leash, running toward the shepherd, both dogs apparently barking, the violation of the leash law, in a sense, helped cause the particular incident. So what I see here is an apportionment. Dog bite statute as against the violation of the leash law is 50-50. My judgment is for the plaintiff, $2,000.
This woman is a complete liar. She never got within 10 feet of the dog. But you know what? It's okay. I feel sorry for Penny. She is obviously mentally unstable. She confused my dad to a woman.
This was about an issue of his dog biting my arm, in which the bite now has been a chronic problem and perhaps permanent. Leon needs to grow up and become an adult.
I mean, I feel very sorry about this whole incident. I do love dogs, and you know, it's very unfortunate. However, she is fully responsible for the dog's death, 100%.